So one of the reasons why we started to look at examples within our own client database, and part of that was because I can talk a lot of anecdotal stories around where the opportunities exist from my experience, but then also talking with clients, and they do. So we wanted to prove that case out. So we went and looked at data of one of our clients, and I did a simple search. I said, give me any refrigerated maintenance calls, refrigeration maintenance calls in the last 30 days. And then from there, I sorted it by the amount of hours it took from the start of the maintenance event to the close of the maintenance event. And then I looked at the amount of hours. And I saw one that was 4 or 5 hours. And I thought, okay, let's see if there's an energy-related impact on that event. In opening it up and looking at it, what we found is that a technician was called on site because they had condensation building up on a refrigerated case. And that drips on the floor, that creates a slip-fall condition, which is a high-risk environment in grocery retail. So they need to remedy that right away. When the technician showed up, he saw that that was occurring. He did a couple quick checks of things and then decided to lower the store temperature by 3 degrees. And that's what he put into his notes. So when I saw that, I immediately said, all right, I want to know what the impact is of a 3-degree drop in store temperature on energy. And how long did he leave that 3-degree drop in place? Was it the right thing to do, so on and so forth. And as we looked at that process and looked at all the data, we can immediately see on our energy graphs and our energy information when the energy increased based upon his reduction in store temperature. But we also saw that the relative humidity in the store, which is a measure of moisture, didn't decrease at all. So in terms of trying to dry up some of the moisture and the condensation that was occurring on the case, that didn't solve the problem. But one of the other things that we saw is that 3-degree drop, when we looked at the control system information, which we also have in our application, wasn't a 3-degree drop, but he had actually put in a 6-degree drop. The other thing is that we saw that it was maintaining set point, so he didn't need to make that change. So what we ended up seeing at the end of the day was about a $300 maintenance cost, a 6-degree drop in the store temperature. It looked like it might have remedied the situation, at least initially. But long term, there's a number of other checks that a maintenance person probably should have looked at, or a technician should have looked at. And so then we look at what's the energy impact. And what we found out is that the maintenance cost was $300, the energy impact, $33 a day, about $1,000 a month, or $12,000 a year for one store making a 6-degree offset in store temperature. And so the next question that we have that we haven't really answered is how many of those occur within a given retailer and a given time frame? And is it 10, 15 times a year, a month? How often does it occur? And if it's 10 times a year, it's $120,000. So if we can identify those and stop them when they're happening, and stop those adjustments and make sure that they're addressing the root cause of the problem, that's $120,000 in savings, hard savings every year by identifying those and stopping them as they occur. It's a huge amount of value, and that's just one tiny example of something that we found, an anomaly that we found, that we should be able to help stop with some of our new programs and processes that are coming out.